Okay, I definitely know this route as the quiet route. I'm hoping this will get noisier as the year goes on, but we'll see. Open up the multi-sim on your PC. What we're going to do now, is you could design printed circuit boards. You're designing printed circuit boards, or you're using printed circuit boards that were designed on a drawing package, and in multi-sim you've managed to simulate so far. Sometimes things will simulate okay, sometimes things won't simulate at all. In multi-sim, oscillators are quite difficult to get running because you need to have start conditions and all that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty useful package for outputting. So you can draw your diagram, you can output your diagram to something that you haven't used yet, which is called Ultiboard. And what that does is it then gives you a platform whereby you can make a printed circuit board, and from the printed circuit board you can export the information from the printed circuit board in a format that's understood by a manufacturer. Now our manufacturer is in China, many of them are. And all we do is we go online and we upload the necessary files to be able to have that PCB made. We pay our money, PayPal, whatever, name and address, and a few days later we get our PCB back. It's drilled, it's got labels on it, so you can have R1, R2, all those kind of things. And you can produce something that's really, really professional with really not very much effort at all. Now, how do you go from a circuit diagram, which after all is a theoretical thing, into something that's physical? Well, one of the problems that you're bound to face straight away is, well, what does the component look like? Because if you look on your board, we did that all with surface mount technology. Well, we could have used through-hole technology like we've got up the other end there. Well, clearly, a 1K resistor could be that big, or it could be as small as a grain of sand. We need to tell the machine, we need to tell multi-sim, we need to tell it what the footprint is. Now, a footprint's a fairly obvious expression for something, but a resistor can have lots and lots of different footprints, and you need to be aware of what it is that you're designing. So if you go for a design that's all surface mount, fine, you need to find the surface mount footprint for that device. If you're using through-hole, which the advantage of using through-hole is we've got most of the components in, so you don't need to order the components. So you can sidestep the ordering phase, because you just go to the doors and get them. It's also a lot easier to solder because they're much bigger. So you might want to bear that in mind on your design. Mike, you going to use surface mount or through?
We're going to go for surface mount and through.
Okay, so a mixture here just to show you what happens when you put both types on the board at the same time. So you draw up your diagram. Whether or not it simulates is largely immaterial as far as the simulation, as far as the PCB is concerned. It doesn't care whether it's simulated or not. All it sees is those interconnections. You go into each component and you select a footprint. Mike, you want to show us how to find a footprint?
Yeah. The first thing to note is that occasionally you put a symbol down where you can't place a footprint on, and that is because these are solely there to simulate the circuit. So you have to actually change these components out for a component that you would put a footprint for. Now, this is simulating a battery, and in real life, we would want to connect a battery using some wires or a plug. So we need some kind of way to connect those wires to our circuit board. So I'm going to use a header, which is a 3-pin header, because I've got 2 power supplies here. So to put that in, I'm going to delete my 2 power supplies, and I'm going to rewire this so that I can use this header. Stick one up there, I'll stick this middle one over here, like that, and I'll stick my ground there. Now I have a header on there, every component on there I can place a footprint on. So if I double click the component, and then under the value I have edit package. Package is the footprint, the type of how you're going to buy that component. It's package, it might be a diff, it might be a through hole, dual inline, single inline, it might be a surface mount, it might be a particular style of surface mount. There are thousands of packages And to give you an example,
Before you panic, by the way, videos 6, 7 and 8 from last year on the 17 web page show exactly the same thing, so you can watch it over and over again if you want to.
so I hit the edit package, and what the package does is it lists the pins available with that component, and the pins are mapped to package pins. So I'll select from a database all these different kinds of packages. Now when you go through, you can see all these different kinds of packages here, and it's asking you how you want that to appear on your circuit board. This is a surface mount one, and it says it's surface mount because I can see SMT here, which is surface mount technology, TH is through-hole technology, and if I look at a surface mount component, all these are pads. These little green bits here, these are the pads, and the pads are what you solder the pins to. With a through-hole component, we find one like this one. This has got 4 holes, and they're actually going through the board. So we'll solder those. So it's very important that you know whether you're buying a surface mount part or a through-hole part. When you've decided, okay, for my header, I'm just going to have 3 holes, a bit like what you saw on the circuit board that you've just been soldering. I choose this. It's got 3 pins. I click select. It's mapped the pins for me. I click OK, and it will turn green or a different colour. Sometimes it turns blue. So if I have a look on this resistor, for example, double click it, go to value, click edit package, click select from database. It's only got 2 pins, this one. Select from database. I can see I've got a surface mount part there, SMT, and it's at the size of it is an 0805. That's actually an industrial standard as to what size of that component you're going to buy, and they get very small. So this one, 0805, you can just about solder with your eyes and your hands. Any lower than that, an 0603, you start needing a microscope. 0402, and the worst ones, 0201, which are just like bits of dirt that are flying around. But that's what you need to look at. You've got 1206 there, 0603, I could select that and it will be smaller. Yeah? And 0402, 0201. See how tiny this gets, and this is obviously zoomed in. So I'm going to stay with 0805.
Could you just show them how to turn the filters on and off for the SMT and through?
If we can see these 2 components here haven't got a footprint associated with them. The reason is because they're black. So I'm going to start from scratch to show you how I'll choose a footprint for that. I double click it, I click on my edit package, it's got my pins there, select from database. Now, I choose now, do I want this to be through-hole or surface mount? Let's do one of each. Yeah? So this one, I'm going to go for surface mount. So I want to just look at surface mount parts. So if I click this filter button here, I can add a new row into here. This is my filter list. And I can change my column here to SMTTH. And I can put in here, in the value, I can write TH for through hole. And I click OK there. Yeah. And now it's only listing through holes. Now, to look even closer, I could have another row here. And I could type in here, let's have a look on package, and let's do something like contains, and let's try pot for potentiometer. Let's see if it brings back something for me there. Okay, nothing's listed. So maybe I'll put in here, something
Just
like,
put rares from resistor, and then you only have resistance.
yeah, sometimes there is a description, but it's not actually there, is it? Yeah, let's try to change it to res. So it contains res for resistor, here we say. Lots of resistors, so I can now scroll through these and see if there's a 3-pin pot. No, there isn't. So I'm going to have to do this the hard way. I'm going to delete that row there, show all my through holes, and then the worst case scenario is you just scan through these and try to find something that's going to suffice as a potentiometer. This might take a little bit of time, so you just quickly scan it through to see how they've named it. So that one I could probably use, 3 pins together. I'd have to check the dimensions. Occasionally they also give you a footprint when you buy a component. You're looking at the data sheet, they'll give you an option to get a footprint, download it, import it, you can do that. So, I know there are some potentiometer ones in this, I just can't remember what they're called.
Is it down as far for variable?
It's available. I've started at the bottom. We'll just quickly.
Yeah, but they're not in alphabetical order by manufacturer.
Let's go. So I just want to find something that's going to work. Because most of the time these pins on through hole are standard distances apart, which either 2.53 millimeters or 1.27. So you can get away with normally just choosing one.
Well, they look promising.
Yeah, there's a big one, isn't it? There is a potentiometer one in here somewhere. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a connector.
You can see the power of filters and why you need to turn those filters on, because otherwise you end up looking through that database for very long periods of time. Once you've got it once, remember save it into your user database, and you can save the footprint into your user database as well. So that means that when you lay that component down, it will either be blue or green, which indicates that it already has a footprint associated with it. If you later export this to Ultiboard and you don't have a footprint, what will happen is it won't let you. It'll complain. It'll say that it doesn't know what a particular component is. So if you like, what you see on that screen is virtual. It doesn't really exist, but as soon as you put a footprint down, that's the copper it's going to connect to, it becomes a real component, and that's what's key here.
Right, I'm going to choose this three-hole selection for a 3-pin potentiometer. So I click select on there, it's mapped my pins for me. Click OK, and as you can see, it's changed colour to blue. So I could do a similar thing to this one. This one I'm going to choose the surface mount one. So I select from database, I add my filter on, and I'm going to change the SMTTH to SMT. And we'll see if we get a bit more luck on this one with a potentiometer. So we're going to try add another filter.